29th, yeah.
Can't read my own writing. The paragraph that begins 2/3 of the way down, Scott went on to explain. At the end of that first sentence, you have the word septic.
Yeah.
But it's really sewage systems. They're not septic systems. Can't read it. On page 4, in the first full paragraph, and this may be what JB said, I don't remember, but he expressed an expansion of what Keene provides. Keene doesn't provide it, it's HCS, Home Health Care Services, that provides the service.
So what Keene has then, something like that.
Yeah. That's it.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve non-public session 1 for April 29th.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, public input. I'm going to fit a few people in that public input too. Like, Jeremy, is Mike coming?
I don't think so.
Okay. Public input? Anybody? Okay. So Jeremy, I want to discuss a little. Can you talk about our discussion about Joe and the Public Works helping out with opening that up and where we stand and how we can do this? Because I did come up with a motion today, but we'll see on accepting the donation. But you can explain it a little better maybe to the board and to where we're at, and we'll see if we can make a decision tonight on it. Do we need Joe to listen to this? Can somebody grab Joe? Huh?
Oh, Jeremy, can you come up here?
Jeremy, I'm sorry.
Jeremy Evans.
Joe, he was just going to talk about it. I just wanted you to be here to hear it out, so we know what we have to do.
So, last year, I pulled into the Riley Conservation Area with my snowmobile trailer and got stuck along with 2 other trailers. So that wasn't a great solution.
I'm able to get out, that was fine. I talked to Jimmy about it, and he talked to Joe, and Joe said, oh, no problem, we'll take care of plowing that out. Fantastic, the rest of the season was no problem. It got me thinking, and for the first year, this is the first year that the State of New Hampshire Bureau of Trails will reimburse snowmobile clubs, and I should mention I'm the president of the local snowmobile club, which is the reason why I'm talking about this. And they gave us plowing reimbursement. They reimburse us at 70% of the charge. So we submit a request through grant and aid, and if it's approved, they'll reimburse us up to 70% of the total charge. So we submitted this year, after I spoke with Jimmy about this, we submitted for 10 plowing events at $300 per event for Riley Conservation Area. So that meant we would pay $3,000 to the town of Swanzey. We would be compensated back as a snowmobile club $2,100 of that. So the town of Swanzey benefits by $2,100. The challenge with that is that the snowmobile club, being a nonprofit and not being exactly, financially having a lot of strength financially, can't afford to pay for that money, the $900. So what we're trying to do is, determine the best way to take care of, billing for this year. So if I submit a bill for $3,000 to the state, I have to pay that $3,000 out of the club's fund. So what we'd like to do is to pay the $3,000, be compensated back $900 to cover the 30%, however that would best be managed by the town. And we'd like to set this up as an annual process so that we can submit, for grant and aid contributions to help pay for plowing of the Riley Conservation Area in the winters. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to address those.
So the town would reimburse, you would bill the town 3,000,
Town would bill us.
town would bill you 3,000,
We would pay the 3,000.
and then we would reimburse you 900.
That would essentially be it, whether that's a reimbursement or a donation. I don't know how it would best be managed by the town, but that's what we would request.
So we would reimburse you, whatever the terminology is, $900,
30%.
right? And then the $2,100 coming back from the state?
Would go to the club. We would pay you up front. You would invoice us, we would pay you the full amount, okay? And then we submit a bill, the paid invoice and check to the state. They reimburse us 70% of that total. And then what we would ask is that the town compensate us in some way for that 30%.
Could
Interesting
it possibly
accounting.
work, if they build this for the if they build this for the $2,100 and then they submit it to 3,000 and they get their 900 and we accept it as a donation?
I don't think we can because they have to submit the full 3,000 to get the 3,000 back.
We do.
So that's why they need, that's
So
why,
donate it from that, so
They
we
bill
can't
us for-
accept the 21. I was trying to eliminate the 900 going back, is what I was trying to do.
yeah.
Meaning, because that's where I fall in confusion, because we could make a motion, we could accept this money as a donation, and this is how we came up with the motion.
Could it be, I mean, I'm just brainstorming here, but could it be that we bill you for 3,000, but agree to accept payment after you get the money back? You want a paid invoice, you have to have a paid invoice, right? Yeah, okay.
And the state actually requires that we show proof of payment, so they
That's
want
right,
to cancel a
okay.
check.
So then, the only way that works is if you pay us up front, and then we reimburse you 900, or in some ways, make it a line item in our budget for you to get $900 every year from us.
Well, it could be slightly different. This year, for example, we had actually 17 plowing events, right? But because we only put in our budget, and what we asked for from the grant and aid program was $3,000. So we planned on 10 events, which most years would have been I think plenty. In the future, I think we would ask a bit more, so that if there are more plowing events, we could cover more of the cost. And essentially,
This is our first,
yeah.
We could step back from this and we could discuss it with Teresa and find out the best way to go about this and explain it to Teresa. Does this have to be done tonight? It does. We have time.
So for this particular year, right, I have to have the billing completed by May 10th. So we have a time constraint here. We can pay the invoice tonight. I can pay that completely. That's not a problem. But we'll need to then, determine if there's any way to reimburse the club for our expense, whether that be, through a donation or, you may go through the Trails Committee. I don't know how you would want to structure that. But
So how was the $300 arrived at?
just based on the size of the area. Now, that could be adjusted. I could be 200, it could be, 400. It's just what we submitted to the state.
So in the end, this was essentially a favor to the club, and the town was gonna be compensated to some degree
It's
for the
actually,
work that
it's actually a
DPW did.
favor to the town. So I should have probably explained this a little bit better. So this is, it's a municipal lot. It's going to be plowed typically anyway. But because we can now invoice the state for reimbursement for plowing expenses,
That's a pretty important ingredient. Thank you for
it is an
adding
important thing.
Yes.
I realize you guys looked a little confused. The whole point here was to get revenue for the town, because, it was gonna be plowed regardless. But I checked with the state, because I thought, can the town of Swanzey be, contractor for this? Can we actually bill the state and pay the town? And they agreed, that'd be fine. So that's That's the genesis of why we're doing this. It was really just a way of getting some revenue for the town. So,
Yeah, this can go into Joe's snow budget before nothing else.
It's just that, why can't we just make a motion to accept the payment tonight as a donation?
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure out how to do the accounting.
Yeah, and we can do that with Teresa, so we'll accept it tonight from Jeremy. Everybody agree, everybody good with
So
that?
you need an invoice?
well, Joe has written me one, but I do need to modify it because there were more plowing events there. So I just needed to match up with the grant made, but yeah, that's it.
Joe, can you modify that invoice for him so he could pay us? Yeah. All right.
I'm just going to give you a quick note.
And then leave your email address and I'll email it to you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Great.
Then we just have to get the town hall to say it's been paid,
Yeah, we'll figure it out, like, we can figure that out.
and then we'll figure out the accounting.
The money's the most important thing right now.
We don't need a motion on this then?
No, I think consensus would be all right with everybody, right? Or do you want a motion? Do you want the motion made? Yeah. Should we, let me see that motion, Mark. Oh, you got it, yeah.
I vote to accept and expend under RSA 31:95-B, $3,000 donated by, what's the club?
Keen Snow Riders.
King Stowe Riders, to thank the DPW staff for their efforts with plowing and to post the revenue to DPW miscellaneous and income for that purpose.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Hey, gentlemen. Thank you so much. And you're gonna finish this up with Joe, right?
Yep. Shall I give this to Joe, to one of you
Yeah,
guys?
leave it with Joe and he'll take care of it.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Eric ain't on here, right? Eric and Mike ain't on here, right? No, because I want to pull them up. Is that all right with you guys? Okay. Mike, you want to come up here and sit with us for a minute? Where'd Eric go? You got a call?
I got some paperwork, a little bit of an
To pass out? Great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Right. So I'll just open up a real quick second with the board that Mike's here because Mike's concerned that we're gonna be maybe opening in 3 to 4 weeks, the new fire station, and he doesn't have a chair to sit on. So we're gonna talk a couple of minutes and see how we get the ball rolling on getting the furniture and where we're gonna do it from and all that. So I was gonna take a few minutes tonight to just get to that, okay? Go ahead, Mike.
So, pretty straightforward as to what you just said. There's been a couple things that I am not 100% sure if I understand completely that I found out in the last couple hours that I got to do a little bit more research on to be able to give you maybe some better numbers.
What was that?
It sounds like,
Amounts?
what's that?
The amounts?
No, it sounds more that through conversations that I've had with Cody Gordon and the ones that the chief has had with him, that some of the stuff that I had budgeted on my side, he has ordered. So I don't know to what extent that's.
Can you give me an example of like an item?
Yeah, the gear extractor, the gear dryer, the SCBA compressor, the big dollar items, really.
The big ticket.
big,
That you were concerned with that we were gonna go and buy, and now you understand that he's already ordered them and has them coming?
Yes,
Joey, can you confirm that?
I don't believe that stuff's part of his contract.
it's not,
Well, that's what I understood.
I don't know how it got ordered.
right.
First
That's
I
what I
heard,
don't know. That's, right.
Do you think it was ordered?
I don't know, first I heard it was Mike telling me tonight.
He told, again, it's all kind of second and third hand, how I kind of got the information to me, so when I get to the station tonight, I called him, and he said that, I listed out 2 or 3 of the things, the gear extractor, which is a washing machine gear, the gear dryer, the washer and dryer stackable for just regular clothing, and the SCBA compressor, and then the regular compressor for tires and stuff like that. It said to the point where most of it sounds like was ordered a couple of weeks ago.
So this is a positive thing.
Well, it's a positive thing, but he didn't indicate that it was included in that outstanding balance of $498,000.
Yeah.
That we talked about last week.
So we're trying to figure out all.
Right, so what I'm trying to say is that I don't think that money is still accounted for firmly. That's what I'm not 100% sure on.
It'd be great if it was. It'd be great if it came off of that 489.
In literally 2 minutes before I got here, I called him, and I didn't get that feeling that it was. So, like I said, I kind of got thrown a little bit of a curveball, and I can't really speak for it because I'm not 100% sure.
Would you have ordered it at the prices we see on the sheet here?
Well, they may be adjusted a little bit because that was 6 months ago when we got the prices, but it's within a short, yeah, it would be pretty close.
He knew what items and where to get them.
But he did tell me they were rather expensive, so yes, he
Yeah,
knew
well,
exactly what they were.
$50,000 is what I get.
Yes.
You said you had some conversations with the superintendent about these items?
The superintendent, is that Wormy?
Yeah.
So I did speak with him, the GC on the job site there,
This is Normie?
Wormy.
Normie?
Yeah. Because he had showed me that there was a thing, and it did lay out a budget, and a budget pretty much off from what we had given, just for a placeholder. And he looked into it, because I was like, well, that'd be really cool if it was part of the budget, it's one less thing we gotta worry about. So he went and talked with him, I'm assuming Cody, actually, I know it was Cody he talked with, and he said, yeah, no, that was just a placeholder, but in the process of getting the budget down, we took it out so that the town would be, if they wanted to do it, would be responsible for that. So that's why something just doesn't seem like it's lining up here, and I don't like the feeling it's giving me.
Well, this is new to me too.
Maybe the three of you could just sit down and talk about
Yeah, we're gonna have to,
it. You and Joe.
Right, exactly. Yeah. No, I agree, and like I said, if I'd maybe known about, for
Yeah,
sure,
this is-
like 24 hours ago, I would have maybe tried to do it today, but I found out about it, kind of confirmed it about a half an hour before I got here.
All right, so let's then let you guys get together and investigate that a little further, right? But Joe?
I think it's Mike's issue
Yeah,
to investigate, because it's not.
Yeah, I can do it. I don't,
You can do
yeah,
that.
I can do it. I'll be here, I'll be in tomorrow. I'll
Okay,
try to
Joe.
catch it today.
And then, well, let's go further then. Let's
So-
talk about, go ahead.
So what I did do is the things that I was under the impression that they may have ordered or taken care of already, I put them in green on there. That's the only other difference, is the things that are
Green or blue, or my eyes going crazy? Oh, there's.
There's different, oh yeah, if you're colorblind,
No, I can see the
get you in
green
trouble
now.
here. The green stuff is the stuff that I am under the impression that they may have ordered 2 weeks ago. All
But
right?
it's still part of the total remaining that we have to account for.
It's right. Yes.
So the money, I'm gonna ask the board, so the money that we're gonna use for the other items, the waste basket, the chairs and stuff, are we all interpreted that we're gonna take that from Invest, New Hampshire Invest?
Not necessarily, it was part of the budget, so it may potentially come from that, because we may not be getting the congressionally direct spending from Shaheen, but it was originally part of the budget.
Yeah.
Can we-
Let's say we're not gonna get that, that's where we're gonna have to move to, right? We have no choice.
It's our backup. But I wanted to ask Joe, if it's all right, I wanted to ask him, when we were given last week, we looked at the budget and where it stands right now for the fire station. And the question was any of the work that we paid Gordon for also work that you did that we should be reimbursed for, or was that separate?
On the pay app already, we were credited, I think, close to $16,000 for work that we had done there. And then the other thing, there'll be a little bit of a savings, approximately $20,000 to $25,000 on the paving, because Cody let me take the paving, even though it's still listed on his contract. All state the town's paper is paving it. So it's gonna be about 20 to 25,000 less than what Cody's number he was carrying for paving.
It's all good news.
So about 35,000 below what his contract price is.
Okay, so he's gonna come in under his contract price.
Yes, because that 85,000 or 86,000 he had for paving won't be in there, and then there's a $15,000 or $16,000 deduction from the work that we've done there.
Okay.
So my suggestion to the board tonight would be to get the ball rolling and getting Mike, I think we could have a consensus that we could all agree on, let him start ordering what he needs for there, and then we can bring back where the funds are gonna come from, because we know we're gonna pay for them, so we could give him the okay tonight, so he can start ordering what we need, so we don't have nothing when we open the.
So just so we're clear too, I have ordered some stuff, just no furniture. So like we have, like the cork boards, we
Yeah.
have, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
all the, and that came out of money, I believe at least, that was taken out of the money that was left over after last year's budget, and you guys grabbed it before the end of the year. It was 25,000, and I believe that that's where that was getting paid out of. I don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
We're just a little fuzzy on the accounting right now.
Yeah, no,
We expect
I
to
am a
get
little
that
bit too.
straightened out soon.
Yeah.
So I thought we could get him to leave here tonight so he can move forward and the wheels turning in the right direction, and we can catch up with where we need to on the finance end of that. Does that sound good?
Well, you know, we gotta get other people catching up on it, because we're not gonna do it individually.
I understand
yeah.
that.
Is- So as far as the other stuff that was already potentially ordered, what what do you need for answers from me when I speak with them tomorrow?
If it has been ordered,
Oh,
great.
yeah.
If it hasn't been ordered, then we expect you to order it.
Right, but knowing that it wasn't really part of the original contract, I don't believe. So if he orders it, we just gotta know that there's gonna be about a $50,000+ bill coming with it.
It's part of the equipping the station that we,
I don't disagree with you, I just know that, you know, we're getting towards the end, and it's already getting thin on funds, so I don't want to make it even less thin.
I don't see how the station works without that stuff, though.
It's an important aspect of the station, it's the safety part of the station.
I think that we'll have a plan for that. The board will have a meeting and we'll have a plan for that. So
Okay.
I think we need to just move forward.
Yep.
We're telling you, you can go and move forward.
Yep.
And then we're gonna discuss all the details of this and get it paid. We're gonna
Okay.
figure out all the details.
And I just need to confirm with them that either, yes, the stuff was ordered, or it wasn't.
That's it.
In the car, in the car.
And the cost.
So-
Right, well, he got the cost off from my stuff, so whatever I give, because when we all started this process, I submitted a bunch of this stuff, you know, and the ultimate, this is what we're gonna wanna have here, you know.
Yeah, and if you can let Laurie know as soon as you know, and then
Okay.
she'll contact me and let me know, and I'll
And then-
let the board know, okay?
And for that matter, the cost is already here, because it's
see
in
that.
green on the back of 51,
Yeah.
51.9 almost.
So, Mike, I think basically what we're saying is, everything on this list should be ordered as soon as possible. And then if you can give us some idea of if there were funds other than the station budget that some of this is ordered from, then separate that out. So if you said that the stuff in red was ordered from another.
I've already got, that's already sitting down in the old station.
Right, so what I'm saying is that stuff that maybe didn't come from the fire station budget, then that shouldn't be,
I see, yeah, yeah.
you need to separate that out and say, this stuff came from this budget,
Okay.
and this came from the fire station.
Okay. And I can work with the chief.
What did you say the total was, Mike?
What was that, Jimmy?
Oh, thank you.
And I can't speak in reference to the IT stuff, because the chief is taking care of that, I haven't.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
there's,
if he doesn't come back, we'll discuss it. I'll discuss it with the board later.
yeah, there is a line item for IT, isn't there, for fire station, I'm not
I
sure.
think it was right around 10, I think it was around $10,000 for the whole project, and that's if they had to run wire, but the wire's already been run, so it should be
Then he
less.
needs to get a hold of Spectrum, right, and set up the agreements
I
and
think
stuff.
he has, but I'm not, I
That's
can't
been done?
confirm that, I believe
Great.
so. All right, I'll be in touch, or I'll send you out at the very least an email tomorrow and let you know
You
what.
threw a little wrench in the wheel tonight, but thank you for that.
Sorry, yeah, threw it in my own wheel, so, yeah. I was kind of
Now,
surprised.
we're okay, that will be fine.
All right, I appreciate it, thank you.
I think we're gonna be
Yep,
fine.
and, boy, it's turning, it's nice. I know it's always expensive, but man, it's gonna be a beautiful station for us. It'll be great for the town. It's gonna be awesome.
We're looking
It is
forward
awesome.
to it.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Take
Thank
care,
you,
Mike.
Mike.
Kim, I have something really quick. You're Kim, right? Hi, Kim. I have something really quick I'm gonna take care of, and then we'll have you, okay? Thank you, Kim. Joe? I wanna see if we can get Joe out of here. Truck purchase, he worked all day and he needs to get home for dinner.
It's nice to see it staying in Swanzey.
Yes. There's some work that went into that, though.
Well, it's okay, it's
Yeah.
staying in Swanzey. That's a first. And a
So,
lot.
yeah, so the one-ton pickup truck purchase is CIP purchase. There was $80,000 budgeted for it. I put it out to bid with the state contract and then locally here. There's been a new manager over at Monadnock Ford that's been working with me, trying to correct some of the deficiencies we had there, and things are going in the right direction. And their bid, you will see, is the lower of the two. I don't have it committed to memory, but I think it's approximately $77,000. So I'm just requesting to order the truck from Monadnock Ford and spend up to $80,000 to outfit it, because it's going to need a radio that will be installed as well.
What's delivery?
6 to 8 weeks if everything goes okay, so,
That's good.
Yeah.
Great, good job.
thank you.
I move to approve the purchase of a 2026 Ford F-350 XL pickup truck, and to further authorize the funds to come from the Highway and Cemetery Equipment Capital Reserve Fund,
And I
not to
second,
exceed $80,000.
I second that.
Discussion? It's gonna be red, right?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Joe, is that all you got for us
That's
tonight?
all I got.
Got no updates or nothing?
Yeah, I can give you an update where we're at. We've, with the road projects, things are moving along real well. We finished West Street completely and well under budget.
Came out
so-
beautiful.
Yeah, it really did. It come out really nice. We're well under budget there. Sugar Hill has been reclaimed and possibly going to be paved, base coated tomorrow. There's gonna be a little bit of change, and I'm not prepared budget-wise at this point to explain, but I don't think we're moving forward on Partridgeberry, but there are several culverts up there that are very deep, 20 feet deep in the ground, that need to be replaced. And so what we're probably going to do is, just after we're done this year, shim it, because that road is gonna be shimmed and overlaid. It's basically an inch to an inch and a half of shim to get the grade of the road right, and then they top coat it. But we're probably going to top coat it next year instead of this year, to give those culverts a chance to settle. They're just real simple, no matter how much material and how well you compact
It's so
them,
deep, so much material settling.
it's going to settle, so it doesn't really make sense to top coat it this year. So what I need to do is work on a plan to, I think what we'll wind up doing is we'll do more on Marcy Hill this year, and then, because that's slated for next year, and then we will top coat Partridgeberry next year after the culverts get a chance to go through a freeze-thaw cycle. So we're in real good shape there. So I've instructed Allstate, they're going to base coat, good chance tomorrow because of the weather, they're gonna base coat Sugar Hill, but they're not going to top coat anything, and we'll finish up there at the end of the year with what we have for budget. And then the next one to start is Christian Hill Road's going to be reclaimed, and that's not on the schedule yet. But we've got about a month's worth of work up at Partridgeberry to get ready for them to even move in and shim.
Wow. Big stuff. Good job, Joe. Anybody got any questions for Joe? Okay, Joe, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks
Joe.
for coming tonight, Joe, I appreciate it. Are you waiting around for Eric in case he comes back? Yeah. Talk about the other, I got you. Kim, want to come right now? Do you have somebody with you, Kim? Yeah, you can bring them all up, pull some chairs up. Come on up with us, we don't bite. Come on.
Hi, thank you for having me.
As
So,
long as you guys can all introduce yourself to Sue so she can put it down in
absolutely.
minutes.
Here, I'll sit.
So my name is Kim Chandler, and I'm a life member of the National Society for the Preservation of Covered Bridges. And I brought the president, Bill Caswell, and his wife, Jen Caswell.
Jen,
Caswell.
did you get all the names?
Bill Caswell and Jen. And we're here, I reached out to Lori, and she invited us to come to talk about signage at the historic Thompson Bridge.
Wonderful. So the program we're looking to get involved with is an offer from the William G. Pomeroy Foundation, which provides grants for signage for a number of different programs. The two of them that we're most interested in are structures that are in the National Register of Historic Places and historic transportation structures. So the easiest one to apply for is structures that are on the National Register. All you have to do is prove that it's on the National Register, and you're pretty much good to go. So the process would be, we can fill out the application for the signage. We need someone from the town to identify a location where it would be placed when it's acquired. If it's on town property, that's fine. If it's on private land near the bridge, we would need a letter from the property owner saying that they're okay with it. Other than that, we fill out the application and submit it. If it's approved, the Pomeroy Foundation orders the sign, pays for the sign, including shipping to the site, and then we have someone from the town install the sign. So all we really need is, well, you guys to say, yep, we'd like to do that, and identify the location where it would be. As Kim mentioned, we're looking first at the Thompson Bridge, although, other bridges in town are also on the National Register, so, we could theoretically order signs for any of those. This is the first one that we've done. We're just getting started in this program, so we chose Swanzey because, well, we live in Hillsborough, Kim lives in Hancock, so it's close by where we can be personally involved in the program. The signs take 8 to 12 weeks from the time that they're ordered to be received.
What is it, like a cast metal sign?
Yeah, I don't know if
That's what
it's
it
a
looks
cast
like to me.
aluminum or something along those lines. About the size of the historic markers that the state plants around the state.
Does it come with a post, or is it? Or do
It
we-
comes with the post too, yes. Yep, everything you need, just need somebody to plant it.
Well, he just left, but yeah.
We'll see to it it happens.
He didn't know. And we've reached out, the Historical Society of Cheshire County would like to partner with the process as well if necessary, and I have yet to hear back from Swansea Historical, but I'm sure that they would be interested.
I'm
so
sure they would
I have
too.
no doubt at all.
In fact, they'd be saying, why not all of them? Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Sounds nice.
So I just want to mention, I saw you at the Historical Society when you gave your talk, and I bought the book and you autographed it for me. And your book is awesome because whenever I travel around New Hampshire, I'm using that book to look up and read about the covered bridges. I think this is a great idea. Do we need a motion for this?
I don't think we do we? You think we should have a motion for this?
Yeah, this is a tough bridge for us because we don't own a lot of land there.
Right.
But yeah, I do
Can it be
think so.
mounted to the bridge?
Yeah, I know, if that, like that small park, is that town property, or
Do
is
we
that?
own that little piece to the left?
I think so. Yeah, because we
Park
already put
is-
the one thing there already,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, so we may have some land just to the left of the bridge.
Mhm.
But where would your ideal location be?
Really, that's more up to you. Where would your ideal location be?
But you're the expert.
Now, just somewhere where it's publicly visible. I mean, the idea is to kind of draw attention to the bridge and its historical
You can
significance.
express it.
Right.
Right.
It's two-sided?
Yes,
Oh, it's two-sided.
I believe
Yeah,
so.
the sign,
Yes.
sign's two-sided.
And they're heavy. Very heavy.
They look at that, you can see that it's like a cast metal.
Yeah, the examples in these photos are in Pennsylvania. There's a covered bridge group in Pennsylvania who got involved with this a few months ago, and they've already done 3 or 4 of them. So,
I'm intrigued by the Sachs Bridge there with the bollards preventing vehicular traffic, I guess.
Yeah, that one's been closed to traffic for a number of years, yeah. And, the Pomeroy Foundation suggests, like when the sign is installed, have some kind of a ceremony kind of thing, get the public involved and, raise a little interest. Of course, they want the promotion of their own, organization.
Yeah.
How do they benefit from that? Could you-
Well, like the sign on the bottom will say, it was prepared by the William G. Pomeroy Foundation.
Can you tell us a little bit about them?
I really don't know a lot about them, other than William Pomeroy, whoever he was, started this program, and like I said, they have a variety of different signage programs. The historic transportation one is another one where you can have a sign made with some text about the structure, in this case, the bridge. The challenges there are you have to provide lots of documentation to support whatever facts that you put on that sign. So we say, this bridge was built in 1832. Okay, we need some kind of documentation from that era to prove that date, things like that. So we thought we'll take the National Register one first because it's a lot easier. But as far as details of the foundation, no, I'm really not familiar with the foundation itself.
And then from my perspective, what is your organization? I'm not familiar with it until you said that. So I didn't read it.
Okay,
Didn't know
so
there was one.
the National, actually I have membership brochures. The National Society, she's the membership chairman. The National Society for the Preservation of Covered Bridges was incorporated in 1954 in Boston. And basically it's just, we're a 501c3 nonprofit to preserve the nation's covered bridges, to try and raise awareness of the historical significance. We do make donations. We make donations of fire retardant to historic covered bridges. We also make donations towards construction projects and things like that. We just donated $480 to the town of Winchester for work they did on the Ashwila Bridge recently. So, but we are a nationwide organization. We just happen to be, I'm the president. We live in Hillsborough. So right now it's based out of New Hampshire, but whoever takes over after me will be somewhere else. We have about 400 members right now, and
One of the challenges we have with the bridges is damage. Do you have any experience with how other communities have addressed that issue, assuming they have the same challenge?
yes, we have, actually there was one in Pittsburgh, Vermont that was hit just yesterday, where a truck went through the bridge with a backhoe on a trailer and it tore up the roof braces going through the bridge. Yeah, it happens all over the country. There are a number of areas that have put the steel headache bars in front of the bridge that will slow down the truck on its way through. Not too many communities within the United States are doing that because of liability concerns. But if you go to New Brunswick or Quebec, almost every bridge has the steel beam in front of it. So, otherwise, signage is not as effective as we would like it to be. We really have not found the ideal solution to that. Lyndonville, Vermont, just put the steel structure in front of one of their bridges last year because it had a number of vehicle strikes. They're the first one in the area that I'm aware of that have done something like that.
Do you know what their experience has been with it?
I know it got hit once and knocked down, so they had to end up rebuilding it. But the truck didn't hit the bridge. It hit the steel barrier first.
What town did you say that was?
In Linden, Vermont, just north of St. Johnsbury.
Have you ever heard of flashing light, picking up something that's high coming through like a railroad crossing? Have you ever heard of anybody doing that? Because that's what I threw a suggestion out there at, and I was wondering if you had anything for them.
The only one of those I'm aware of is in Georgia. There's one called the Concord Road Bridge north of Atlanta, and that bridge is really low. It's like just over 7 feet clearance.
But I said, don't they do them for all the railroad low bridges, the brick ones? And they use those a lot, and they have good success with them, and I don't understand why they're not using them for covered bridges.
I don't know. I know they looked into that in Linden before they put the steel barrier up, and there were concerns that
The sensors get dirty over time and have to be maintained. Snow cover, things like that. If snow gets on the sensor, it might not work properly. So there were just some concerns in that respect. Not to mention the maintenance, someone has to pay the electric bill for the flashing lights, you know, it's,
They've got them solar now and everything.
yep, it could be solar panels.
Yeah.
But I think the main concern with that particular one was the sensors. You know, if the sensors get dirty, who's going to be maintaining that? And I don't know how often that happens, or, you know, is it a once a year, someone goes and just wipes it off? I don't know.
So what would the process be for us to move, help you to move forward?
So we could start the application process. We would need a letter from someone in the town that basically says, yeah, we're on board with this. Also identify the location. With the application, they want like a photo of the location where the sign will be and the GPS coordinates, which we can get. And that's pretty much it to start. I think some kind of commitment that there will be somebody who will install the sign once it's received.
So we need to ask Lori to draft a letter.
Yeah, and then we can talk to Joe about looking at a spot over there, right? For the location. In
And
the meantime,
taking pictures of it.
take some pictures and we can go from there.
And if there's one of the other bridges in town you'd prefer to start with instead of this one here, then, you know, that's fine with us too. We're just looking for one to start with.
So we could actually just make a motion to let Laurie send a letter, to write a letter.
I have a sample motion if you'd care to have me read it.
Sure.
I move to endorse the National Society for the Protection of Covered Bridges to create a sign for the Thompson Covered Bridge. Is that enough, or?
Well, I think I need to put in there that we need Lori to write a letter for them, you know, more
Yeah,
specifically.
he could add that, that will allow the town administrator to draft a letter.
And include pictures of the location from Joe.
That sound good to you?
You get all that, Sue?
Okay, we'll slow it up, Sue, and we'll go back, and if you want to read the motion back. Correct.
No, I don't think that's the motion.
No.
It's on the end of the motion, I thought you,
It's a portion.
You want me to read it? A motion to endorse the National Society for the Protection of Covered Bridges to create a sign for the Thompson Covered Bridge. And then I guess, and have the town administrator write a letter of endorsement for that.
Including pictures from Joe DeRusso of the location and the bridge.
I don't think that has to be in the motion.
But she needs to know about it, and she's not here, so it needs to be in the minutes, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to. We need a second?
Second?
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good.
It's very exciting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for picking
Consider-
Swanzey. Yeah. I mean, how did that come out? Did you draw us out of the hat, or did you really pick us?
Yeah, we are so proud of
You're
that.
the second, you're the second most, your town with the most bridges in the state. You and Bath,
And we
I
let
mean, you and
What?
Cornish are tied.
Say
Yeah.
that
Really?
Cornish has 4 and Swansea has 4, and we're closer.
And we read,
That's the most towns have, is 4?
In the state, yeah.
Ours are more scenic, though.
I just expect us to come back to you for the other bridges.
Yeah, no, that's
We'd love
fine.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just want to see how this first one goes and kind of get that experience.
Start doing
And
them all.
yep, so we'll start
Thank
working
you
on the
guys for coming
application.
tonight.
The ball rolling.
Thank you
we
very
did
much.
a
Thank you.
covered bridge tour, when did we?
Last August.
Last August, with all the bridges here, and we usually provide transportation, and I had a 15-passenger van. And when I got it, we were like, okay, we're under the limit, you know, we're under the height limits, and we got this vehicle, and it was like 12 feet tall. So we went and reran the whole route, taking every dirt road to get to these bridges, and we couldn't go through the bridge here, so we pulled off, we let everybody out, turned around, went down into the park. So it was really fun. Everybody really loved the bridges around here and how close they were.
Yep, this was our lunch stop down there at the
Yeah,
park.
we had our
there.
lunch stop down at the
Got
park.
sandwiches from Gamarlo's, and it worked out great.
Yeah.
When was this?
Last August. It was August 9th and 10th that we did the trip.
Very nice.
Through this corner of New Hampshire, southeastern Vermont, and northern Massachusetts. two-day
Alan leads
tour.
Old Home Days, he leads a bike trip through all of them.
It's 14 miles,
Our next one's Ohio,
Ohio.
if you want to join us in May of next
Yep.
year.
Southwestern Ohio,
You
west of
going in
Dayton.
that bus?
I usually rent one or two of them, the society does.
Pick me up at the house, I'll go.
Okay,
Yeah, we get a 15-passenger van and load it up.
yeah.
I'll drive.
Yeah, sometimes we've gotten two, and it's a lot easier because, you know, when you have 50 people in a tour, how do you park 26 cars at a bridge, you know, so it's fun.
Very good, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in. Very exciting.
We're gonna go to the Whitcomb Hall.
And it's so cool, they chose us.
We'll go to the Whitcomb Hall. Let's discuss that for a little bit, right?
We'll do the nomination, or?
You guys, I'm gonna move to the maintenance of the Whitcomb. What? Well, she isn't here, and it was in the packet, we signed it. Oh, we have to officially do that? That's right.
I have one.
What's that?
I also want to nominate.
Oh, okay, so do you wanna?
Right up my alley.
I make a motion to reappoint Jane Johnson to the alternate for the Conservation Commission.
And I second?
All in favor?
I'd also, it's not on the agenda, but like to nominate Gus Lorando as a commissioner to the Southwest Regional Planning Commission for a 4-year term ending at town meeting 2031. Gus has been a long-time commissioner for us and has expressed interest in doing it. This would be very helpful for Southwest Regional Planning to be able to have it recorded.
Second?
You just want to say Gus is awesome, great choice.
Yes.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to Whitcomb Hall, right? We'll discuss that.
He's our moderator.
All right, did you guys all see in your packet, the maintenance thing and what they want to buy from Whitcomb Hall?
Yes.
Okay,
Did we get the updated?
no, because it was 8. So you were talking about doing 2 coats, right? Instead of 1 coat. So the price is going to change, right? So there was a lot of confusion on trying to figure out where the money is and stuff, like where's it going? We had a hard time with it, but I don't know if you can help us with it? You can't? Okay. So, does it show in here? I thought I had it in here. Doesn't it show the increase of how much it would be for the floor? Another coat, 1,200, was it 12 something?
I think Lori sent a separate email.
Yeah, can you check that for me? But my question is I don't mind the tables and the things and stuff like that, but I'd like you guys to just to look at the chairs. These are $16 chairs. I feel that, I personally don't think they're worth it, or we should buy them, because I don't think they're gonna hold up. I think we're gonna have the same situation. I think we're talking about buying 75 of them or something, and they're gonna stay downstairs, they're not gonna move. So, in that case, I think we have events that need a little more nicer chair than the $16 chair. I just don't think they're gonna hold for a year. I mean, they got a vinyl top on them, and they're just a foldable chair. I would love to see us just do a little more investigating and buying the right chairs for downstairs.
I'm in favor of that, but I'd like to move forward with the floor.
Which I was thinking,
He's got it
we could,
scheduled.
well, right, and I was thinking maybe we can break out the chairs to this and make the motion that we're gonna hold on the chairs to more research.
I would agree with that.
You would agree with
How about
that?
the dollies? The dollies would be fine, right?
I would just
We may not need them.
do the floor.
Right,
and
we may not need them, so we buy them with the chairs if you're gonna
Well,
buy
Mark has a point here. Why don't we, did you just say the same thing you just said?
I think so,
To remove the tables and the chairs, just to prove the floor?
right.
And then we'll look at the tables and chairs,
Because we might be able to get tables and chairs together in some kind of deal.
right, and also, you sent me to you the chairs, right? Right, so that's why we like to pull that out of it. Okay, so if you can downsize that motion to just approve the floor with going to 2 coats, right? And we could just go up to a certain amount, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Right? So,
Did she send that as an email, Mark?
yeah, he's looking.
Yeah, the new price is $4,743 for the floor.
Oh, yeah, that's,
So just put that price in there and cover the downstairs floors twice and just end there.
yeah.
So I move to approve the recommendation of the Whitcomb Hall Committee to authorize up to $5,000 for from the Whitcomb Hall Non-Restricted Trust Fund for the cleaning and coating of the downstairs floors.
Want to say 2 coats or
Okay, 2 coats.
second?
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that's going to be scheduled, if I remember correctly, the end of,
26th?
going to run through July 2nd.
There she is.
And we just won't be able to use Whitcomb Hall for those days. Make sure Katie knows.
Okay, so we're good with that, Mark? I got myself a little lost here, but I'm getting myself caught back up.
You're right here.
Right.
See?
You want to hear from Ann right away? She's got a very short thing.
Sure.
Do you see where C is?
Yeah, consideration of Swanzey uncovered distribution method.
Cindy, can you help me with that?
Yeah, but Ann's here.
Oh, Ann's here. Hi, Ann. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you all. I have a quick update for you on the community conversation that I came and asked you about a few weeks ago. This is the New Hampshire Humanities and the CDFA, who are providing funding for community get-togethers, interactions. And you all thought it was a good idea, so I filled out the application, had an interview, and we have been given a grant to do this. So it's actually pretty exciting. We have, we would do it here, we talked about that. There would be food, there would be 2 people who would help moderate the whole event. And the intent would be to find a project that we could help bring the community together more. So it could be that we go into it with a specific idea, which could change as the conversation goes on with the people that are there. But they will help us figure that out, and then there would be funding to do this project afterwards. They would supply money for food, and there would also be an artist who depicts everything that happened that day, and we have that artwork afterwards to do with whatever we choose to do with. I've talked to a couple of people that have done them last year, and mind you, only 5 places are given this every year. This is the 2nd year that they've done them. Both of the people that did them last year, it was a senior center in, I can't remember, up north, and Whitefield, the library, and both found that they were very positive experiences that the people that were there benefited from, and moving forward, they are having positive response from what occurred. So.
Is it like a charrette?
Well, I guess, except that in my mind, now this is going to come, the newly refreshed governance committee is meeting for the first time tomorrow. So it would be on this committee to help make this happen. And I'm thinking, although I can't decide for them, that we would have representatives from the town here to figure out I guess it would be a charrette, to figure out the best way to gather people and keep people communicating And how can we incorporate more seniors? How can we, well, one of the things I focused on in the interview was getting younger people involved, which they really seemed to like. And they loved the idea that we had done videos, and they really liked the idea of a podcast. It was just things that were more innovative than some of the things that other people had come up with. And just so you know, Keene will be doing one as well, but it will be an entirely different type of thing. So they were intrigued by the idea that Keene was one type of place and we were more rural, even though we were right next to each other, because they hadn't done that last year, but they realized when I was explaining it to them that it was very different environments, and they were open to that. So yes, I guess, yes, that it is a charrette of sorts.
It'd be interesting to see how it comes together.
Yeah, and they give you money for food, so it's going to be, have to be, and we'll have to work through the details, and you all have to tell me how to do the details in terms of them paying us and for the different aspects of what we do. But I think it's pretty exciting.
And is it clear that they give us money after the event, they give us money to do a project which has come out of the event? So the event
They
might,
raise money in the event, and then they give it,
the event might lead to our finalizing a project which the town would do, and they give us some money to make that happen,
$2,000.
$2,000 to make that happen.
What types of projects were done last year?
So North Conway, that was the other one. North Conway started with one project and moved to another, and their money went into a project where they were trying to get elderly citizens who were living in their homes alone to open their homes up to younger people, to rent a room. So because housing is a problem there, they were trying to get people to invest in this, and this would give people who are elderly the opportunity to have A, extra income, and B, have someone who can help them around the house. That's not what we would be doing here. And the Whitefield one, I needed more details, and I haven't been able to reach her this week, but I'll talk to her tomorrow and I can give you that information. But just, really, it depends on what the committee thinks too, I think, as to how this unfolds and what kind of project we're looking for, really. But the whole thing of the governance committee, which stimulated a lot of community conversation and talk, good and bad, that just got people together, and that's what I was stressing with them. We wanted to see happen, because that's what we've been talking about for a while. How do we get people back together?
Did they give you any guideline or guidance with regard to timing?
Oh, when it should be? Yes. So they would prefer that it's May or June, which I think is too fast. So I had said to them that, and this is just from me, that maybe later in August, before school started, would be good, or after the election was over, but before the holidays. However, it can be whenever we want it to be, as long as it's in this year. But, so you would have to give us input on what you felt was the best timing for something like that. You know, maybe it's June, I don't know. August, I was thinking people would be back from vacations and people would be around getting ready to go back to school. But I didn't think that before the primary would be good, and I wasn't sure before the election if there was just too much chaos, and maybe we would have to wait for after that.
Then you get into the holidays.
Right.
Is June too soon? I mean, that's only 3 weeks away.
I know, if we could, like maybe the end of June, if we could pull that off. I don't think so.
Well, we just voted on something that would mean it would have to be within the first 3 weeks of June.
So I can run it by the committee and see how fast we can get it together. I mean, we do have means to get information out there. I'm wondering if the town would be willing to let us, to pay for a small article in the Shopper, because more people read that than the Sentinel.
Sad but true.
Yeah, and since we don't have a budget, I don't know if that's appropriate to ask for, but it would be a help.
It would be a minimal expense. It's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be engaging, and wouldn't it be wonderful if we could get some people in here that we've never had before? And we do have a new member coming onto the committee who's on the younger side, which is great. So we do, and so we have two very strong social media people that can help us get the word out too, so.
Excellent.
What's on the other side?
what will become of it?
No, what is meant by on the other side?
Oh, did I say that? Sorry.
I thought I heard a new member who's on the other side.
No, oh.
Younger side.
Younger side.
Not the other side, the younger side.
Definitely
But that's the other side for us, Bill.
Spiritual side, I don't know.
I want to ask a question. Someone mentioned the word a charrette. What is a charrette?
It's a meeting of the minds, if you will, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
The last one we had here was envisioning West Swanzey. This was way before Whitcomb Hall was redone, before Main Street was redone. And it was a full couple of days. It was quite an event. There were a
Yeah,
lot
I'm
of
sure.
people.
Well, that's an
sure.
interesting idea. Envisioning something happening in Swansea would be a nice event or something.
The other thing that they do, did I say this, that tried to make it more enticing, is they give you money for food.
Yes, you did say that.
And at 2 of them, for sure, they provided money for daycare, which I think would be a big,
And we have room here.
huh?
We have room here.
Right, well, this was it. So because we have Whitcomb Hall, and it has the space, and it has a kitchen, and it's handicap accessible, those were all things that mattered
Yeah,
to them.
I think it's great.
Yeah, thank you.
What do you need from us?
Yeah.
Maybe just advertising money.
We'll make that happen.
And I would love your support so that we could get some of the other committees should be involved. I mean, I think it would be natural to have Eileen and her committee involved again, because she's coming from an historical aspect, and because I think we worked very well helping her with the candidates event. So it would be great to have, I'll talk, after the committee meets, I'll talk to her, but any other committees that should have a say in it should be there as well.
And you mentioned maybe Ashley or someone like that, too.
Oh, and,
Town Hall.
yeah, the Recreation Department should have someone there as well.
And the chairman back there of Economic Development,
Okay?
for sure.
Yep. Can do.
It's very exciting,
So-
and good for you. That's quite an accomplishment.
Are you looking for a motion then to appropriate some money for this?
Oh, well, I'd have to find out how much it is first, and I can do
think you
that.
would submit a bill to the town, and the town would pay it. I think
Okay.
that's what happened.
Not a bill, maybe a quote.
It shouldn't be much.
And you would also advertising, put in the usual places like the post office, the bulletin board there, and
The what?
when you advertise it, you'd put like posters at, for instance, the post office, the bulletin board there.
Sure, I mean, we didn't really feel that that did that much for us last time, but we have a Facebook page, the town would post it on their Facebook page. We can, yes, we have resources for that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Because I check that every day, so
You go to the post office every day?
or every other day.
Wow.
Yeah, my box.
Keep up with his bills.
No, we don't.
My mailbox is way up on the top of a tree, and I tell the mailman, put the bills up there.
Yeah.
It's great, Ann.
Any other
Such a-
questions?
Very exciting.
No, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. It
You'll
was,
have our full support.
okay, awesome,
Very
thank you.
good. That's what we can
Thanks,
leave you
Ann.
with.
All right, game with that,
Thank you,
Thank you,
Ann.
Ann.
thank you.
Have a great evening, Ann.
Yes.
See you later.
Come on.
What are we talking about with that?
Well, with Swansea Uncovered, we've had 4 editions, and previously they were all mailed out, and then the budget, the printing costs escalated. So a few years ago, it must have been before you came on the board, Michael suggested that we do 2 printed and 2 electronic. And I think that's what I'm assuming that's what this was put on here for. So the version, the last one was printed, so this version would be the electronic version. And the challenge we have with the electronic version is getting people to sign up to receive our emails. So Kevin's trying to work on that, but we should make a more concerted effort somehow to get people to give us their emails.
We certainly should have, if not before, at Old Home Days, there should be a place to sign up for town emails and things like that. And if there's any other way any other event that people are at, if we're doing a fire station ribbon cutting or whatever, we should have a presence for all those signups at all those places. Every time.
I've signed up with Lebanon and Keene, and daily, I get alerts, anything that's coming, but the one from Keene today is about the city council meeting tomorrow. The one from Lebanon was, this road was shut down for hydrants to be flushed, whatever, but if we had something like that we could utilize, it would give us pretty broad distribution. But anyway, that was the reason why we cut back. And we don't have the money in the budget this year. We didn't budget for more than 2 print versions.
Right.
And Katie's the one who organizes these, the information that goes into the Swanzey Uncovered.
Right.
So what do we need to do? Really nothing, right? We're just gonna, that's how we're gonna do it.
That's how that's what we're
Okay.
budgeted for.
But I think we need to be sure that whoever might organize the sign-up stations feels empowered to do so.
That's a good idea, because we do have a town hall booth. You're having something at Old Home Day, EDAC? The Recreation's having one? So what Jay is saying, we need to figure out someone that's gonna coordinate the sign-up and encourage people to sign up. So you'd be doing that from a business perspective. You do? Yeah. That'd be great. We did have a sign-up at deliberative session, but it wasn't directed well.
And I
people didn't do it.
couldn't figure out the technology that night. It wouldn't, my phone wouldn't scan the code. So I still have to go in, see Kevin and sign up. I'm on the emergency alert, but not on the distribution one.
Yeah, I used to be on the emergency one, but, all right, sorry.
One suggestion, perhaps maybe an insert with your tax bill of, what information you'd like, what it would be used for, a way or mechanism for them to provide it, might go a long way.
It's a great idea.
That should reach everybody.
Yeah, we need to check that. We used to do, when Ruth was here, hand insertion. I think they come to us inserted, but I'm not positive. That's a good idea, we should check into that. Have a note.
Can we make a note that we ask Lori to check into
Yeah,
that?
do you have that, Sue? That we're gonna check into doing a flyer and, yeah.
You can insert it, you can print it envelope, like the glasses and envelope, and just say, provide, if it's enough.
Oh, put it on the back, I got you, yep. So that could all be done at the printing company. Yep, it's a good idea, thank you.
Okay. Can I move on?
You're the
So,
chairman.
we talked about, the 250th anniversary, but I'm not sure, did we ever establish a committee, or did we need to do that? Right? And, the only thing I've got a concern, we're gonna establish a committee, but the Old Home Day is involved in that same thing that day, right?
Yeah.
So we gotta make sure these 2 committees.
Well, there's
and
2 different.
There's two different.
Because on July 4th, we're going to participate in the Keene Parade.
Right.
And then is it the 18th?
Yeah, I believe so.
That for our Old Home Day, then there would be ideas, so there'd be two events.
So, but Old Home Day is gonna be the celebration of the 250th, am I correct?
In Swanzey.
In Swanzey.
The other one is a regional.
Yeah. So there'll be 2 groups of people, is what I'm saying, one to do the Old Home Day and one to add to the 250th? Is that what we're gonna do?
I think so, yep.
So my concern was, and then I researched it a little, and I understand that Ashley's gonna be on both of these.
She's
Right.
expressed interest in that.
So if she's on both of these, I'm all right, because in this motion, it doesn't say like, they gotta communicate.
Maybe they should be combined.
Well, that's just why I'm a little confused on doing a whole nother one, we have Old Home Day. And I didn't want to get that all bottled up, but knowing Ashley's there, she might be meeting with this committee and then hers, and then she's gonna have to relay, okay, they already did this, they
Or
got the
could-
fried dough
that's
guys.
They could be joined.
Yeah, yeah.
No, the Old Home Day, I'm sorry, the Old Home Day Committee would handle Old Home Day. The only thing the 250th would do would be events having to do with.
Surrounded with that.
Right, so they would, Ashley had said she would head that up, and they would work with her.
This would be like a subset of the Old Home Days Committee?
Yeah.
A subcommittee or something like
Yeah.
that?
Okay, that makes a little more sense to me.
So, but are there individuals who aren't on the Old Home Days Committee who would be on the
That's
250th?
Ashley.
We'd have to find out from Ashley who's on.
Okay, so, I mean, if there's
I
anybody
don't-
who's expressed interest, any of us, who wants to be on the 250th, then we should send the name to Ashley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Nobody's talked to me about it, but
Me either.
No, we haven't.
We
Alan
really
expressed
haven't.
interest.
Alan wants to be on
It's
it.
coming right up. It's like a bit over 2 months away.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, it's close.
I've done some research into the 200th. For instance, look at the pamphlet, and when they did the 200th celebration, they started over a year ahead of time. And they did an
Like,
enormous amount of work.
Bye, Kathy.
Okay, so Mark, want to do that motion?
I move to authorize the establishment of the 250th Anniversary Committee to plan, coordinate, and support commemorative activities that honor the town's history, celebrate in present, and engage the community in preparation for the 250th anniversary. The committee will work collaboratively to organize events, promote community involvement, and ensure a meaningful and inclusive celebration that reflects the town's heritage and values.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And I just want to mention, it is Saturday, July 18th, home day.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
He was telling us what.
It
day
is
it
July 18th,
July.
Old Home Day.
Okay. Do we want to talk briefly about the RFP for the ambulance? Just to, we do have time, I think we have, there's deadlines for that, am I correct? I know it's been being worked on, but I think, go ahead.
Last week Lori said she'd have it by the
It's here.
13th, but we're not meeting on the 13th.
That's right. So,
You have it in front of you.
we were talking about the 20th, we can bring it on the 20th, if I remember right. Is everybody all right with the 20th? I think it's the 20th. Mark, did you get that?
Yeah. The challenge is it's got to get out into distribution.
By the 13th.
Well, not necessarily by the 13th, but if we want to have a reasonable expectation of people, companies responding, it needs
So
to get out. And then
we-
we need to have a time to make a decision, because our contract is up June 30th.
We have the RFP in front of us that Lori provided us.
Right.
It's.
And we can
behind-
review that now, but if everybody was all right with it, I mean, it's kind of, there's some
Behind
added
the-
stuff in there from Eric, and Eric ain't
Behind
here,
the finance director.
right? There was some additions to it, I thought.
Where'd you get that, Jay?
This was attached to my finance director thing. There's a,
Oh, back here.
yeah. Take off the paperclip.
I think when do we meet next with you guys?
What's your suggestion? Guys? Wish I could find-
Mine would be that, since we didn't have this to read, that you ask for comment by Friday, and that way, any adjustments can be made on Monday, and then it can go out.
Now, there's some highlighted, on the second page, the top of the second page, Lori's highlighted some things because she doesn't know what to put in there. And it requires statistics from the fire department.
Well, Eric has those, so he wouldn't have them tonight.
Right.
He has them.
And he
Usually
shared
they'll look over it by Friday and then get back to Jim, and that works for me, and then they can put it out on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe it would give time for Mike and Mick and Eric to look it over.
Mike's already looked it over. She actually had Mike Brantley look it over, and the chief looked it over.
We were talking about this, Mike.
I know. She was thinking of getting it back to us by May 20th, and would have plenty of time, she said.
if we have any add-ons or additions to it, so.
Now, Mark has some suggestions about EMS service related to Cheshire, but are they would they be related to this proposal or a fee, Mark?
I don't know that it would, because this is gonna go out to everybody.
Yeah. And I had the interesting thought that there must be some way, if our people respond to a emergency call and are of significant use, then we ought to pay less for that service.
I don't know that you're gonna find any emergency service that would bill you that way, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that we do provide help in these situations, and that ought to be recognized, more so than other towns that they might service.
I think that would be a part of negotiation.
I would hope so. And then your idea could come later when we
So the concerns we have here tonight, what I'm hearing is that the May 20th is kind of pushing it. You'd like to see it done earlier, right?
To allow at least.
So what was the first suggestion I was reading? And that's what's tough about being the chair. You're trying to listen, but say it, you said something about getting an email from Laurie and then what?
It was to give us an opportunity to read this tonight,
Tonight.
tomorrow, send recommendations to you, and then you coordinate it with Lori, and Mark said it could then go, it should be finalized Monday and go out.
Okay, let's shoot for that, and I'll talk to Laurie and tell her that's what we're gonna do.
our responsibility is to get back to you with anything we think that should be
Right,
added.
so today is Wednesday, we'll say you'll get back to me by early Friday. I can get to Laurie by noon on Friday with anything you guys bring to me.
Yeah, I would hope we'd be able to
And
get
then
back
you
to you
shoot
before
for
that.
Monday for it to go out.
Yeah, I would hope we get back to you before that, so you're.
Thursday would be
Yeah,
better.
Thursday, sometime on
Tomorrow.
Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah, and then, we'll see what comes back from you guys, and then I'll go see Laurie and talk to her, and then we'll go from there. You okay with that, Mark? Yep, I'm good. All right, that's the plan on that, okay? I think we've had, I think she sent it to Eric too, right?
It just has to do with like how many calls you guys have responded to.
Yeah, it was questions for Eric, and then I think she sent it to him. If you have anything else you want to add to it, or you can think of it, you're welcome to do it, okay?
I just send it to Jim tomorrow.
Send it to me, and then I'll send it if you want. You can discuss it with Eric, right? And if something comes up and you want, the more information Laurie gets from us and ideas will help her do a better job of what she's doing. Okay? All right, now, do we want to talk about hosting the finance? Right?
Yep.
I'd like to see us have a consensus that if the job description is not completed, that we can still post it and send it out as fast as tomorrow, get it out there.
It's completed.
Yeah, you guys are all good with it?
I'm good with that idea, because as we move forward, the job description can get refined from this. List of the major responsibilities right here.
Because Teresa is going to a finance thing too tomorrow. They're having a job fair there. And we can send it to her, and she says she'll put it up for the job fair, which would be nice if we could get a consensus that we're all right, all good with posting the job.
I am, but for a senior level position, I would anticipate more than a bachelor's degree and 3 years of experience. I mean, I'm fine with it if it goes out this way, but in terms of who I'd be interested in hiring
Well, we're probably gonna get that.
for a senior, well, but for a senior position, I would expect more, and I would also expect more recognition of an accounting background. It'd be great to get a CPA, but we're probably not gonna get them for that.
For that kind of money?
Right.
Can we say minimum bachelor's degree in finance? I mean, just when you say minimum of 3 years is relevant, I mean,
I think if the rush is to get it out, that's fine with me, but I think in terms of who we hire,
Yeah.
If we try to stay on a quick timeline, that's why I would like to see, just go out and see what comes back and get it out there as soon as possible.
that's fine.
If everybody can agree to it, I'd love it, because we can get it posted right away.
Yep.
Alan, you okay with it?
I am. I hear what you're saying, Bill, about maybe qualifications. You think we should request like a master's, for instance, instead of just a bachelor's?
A lot of times the work experience is more important than the actual degree, so if
We could get more applicants to apply, leaving it like this, and we could get what Bill wants,
yeah,
you know?
that's what
Go
I'm
through a
thinking.
screening committee.
Right.
And
Exactly.
the screening committee
And they're
can,
gonna take out what they
Right.
can.
And if we have
before
to-
it comes to us.
and remember that we've listed the salary range on the back, so it should be, we're hoping we attract somebody who would feel they are ready to earn that amount.
Yeah. And we're almost there with, gonna submit the funds where we're gonna get money for to do this, so we're almost there, and I'll have it ready. I mean, just a quick peek, Teresa, we're looking at maybe 68,000 right now, just a quick peek of ideas. So we'll be ready for that as soon as possible, to show you guys whatever, to show you where we're gonna fund this from.
Okay?
All right, so the only concern that I have, as Jay just pointed out, if it's a flyer and it gets put up on a board, they're not going to see the most important information.
It's on the back. So if there's a way to put it on legal
We'll
side.
fix that.
Put it on legal,
Well, if you're going to fix that, I would fix the 3 years, because if the urgency is so she can post it.
Let me see what you wanna do. You wanna put, what do you wanna put in here? What do you wanna fix about the 3 years?
Well, if we're gonna do it, this is the most important piece to have out there.
so I want to put it on legal.
So we put it on one, if she's gonna put it up there, we just make sure we put it on legal or something like that to get
Yeah.
everything on it.
Right.
But what did you say about the 3 years that you wanted to fix?
You want to increase the number of years?
Yeah, because
So what,
as
5?
Alan, I would say more like 10.
Okay.
You're talking a senior position, and as Alan mentioned, a master's, but as Jay said, work experience, at least five or 10.
All right, so we can change that in the morning before we send it out, all right? If
I wouldn't
everybody's
go
in
more
agreement. I think 10's too much.
I think 5 is what I'd like to do.
That way in my mind.
That person's, we're then hiring somebody who must have had experience somewhere else, in some other position. But what do you think, Mark?
I think 5.
Okay.
We're all in agreement to
We
change
might
the
not
3
take
to
anybody unless
5
they have 10.
and try to get it all on here in case she does post it at that job fair that they can read the back of it.
So we
Right?
can see the whole thing.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna move on that tomorrow then immediately. Is everybody okay with that?
Absolutely.
Is that we're gonna do it?
Absolutely.
And congratulate Megan for getting this done.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we said something like Payable experience will be considered good, right? So if there's somebody who's just kind of hanging, I only got 3 years, but I've done this, you want to know that.
Right, that's a good point.
All right.
So do you get that, Jimmy, on the second bullet line, after it says municipal finance experience strongly preferred,
5 years.
comparable experience
Will be
will
considered.
be considered? Where it says minimum of 3 years of relevant professional experience or comparable experience, or we see minimum of 5, it now says, but if we want to put in the idea that comparable experience would also be considered, either in parentheses or, I'm just saying, does it work well to put that in there? You and Lori can work on that, or what? I like Mark's idea, because sometimes people have, maybe it's not so much municipal finance, but maybe they have other finance experience that might be relevant.
The word preferred kind of incorporates that idea as well, but this way it's just not that straight.
I'm not sure I know what comparable experience would be for this position, but
I don't know. Whatever you guys decide.
so he's been a treasurer for an organization somewhere?
Something other than municipal,
Yeah.
could be like military perhaps, or...
We'll leave it the way it is, probably is fine.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? Is this replacing a position, or is this a new position?
New position.
Yeah, you get a chance to read the minutes of,
Yeah, it's really, it's a replacement.
from last, from
must have missed
No, it
that.
was a non-public, it was non-public position, which we just
It's a new position.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
So yep,
Thankfully.
no, we did it
I don't think Eric's coming back if you want to
just
hold.
unsealed and put it back here. So it's now included.
So you happy with leaving tonight with what you're gonna do, Mike? All right, so.
One thing that I'd asked Lori to include in the administrative update that we all need to be aware of. The guy who's got that property on Partridgeberry Lane and has got the house that we might use for some purposes, the archives or whatever.
Yeah.
The house is available for us to visit. If we want to try to schedule a site visit. And I thought Lori was going to be here and we'd talk about that. He's waiting for me to call him and tell him when we'd like to come.
I thought he was coming here to this meeting.
No.
He doesn't want to.
I told him that Lori, that I've checked with Lori and we'd find a time when we could all go there. He's already, he's been to the Conservation Commission has toured the property. This is not about the deed business, deeding the property. This is only about the house. If the town doesn't take the house off his hands in some way, so he doesn't have to pay taxes on it, he's tearing it down. It's a 3-bedroom house. I haven't been inside. We wanted to go inside to see whether we wanted to take possession of it. We thought of it as a possible other place for archive storage to be, rather than dump at the dump. That's what I call it. And at least in the meantime, in the short term. But it would mean the town taking possession of this house and doing something with it and taking it off his hands. And so we wanted to get an eye on what the house was before we even made a decision along that way.
So do you want to schedule us to do a walk around or
That's what
whatever?
we're trying to figure out.
So do you
And
want to do that tonight, come up with some time that we all can do it?
that's what I'm thinking. If we could put our calendars together and sort of think about when we're all free.
Sure.
Is it open now?
Yeah, it's open now. I just have to tell them when we're coming.
Want to let's look at next week, the beginning of the week. Let somebody look at.
I'm available fairly early in the morning. I have to go up to Dartmouth to get the stitches out of this thing, but in the afternoon, and I'm available Tuesday, but not Monday afternoon.
Tuesday morning would be all right with me, if anybody can do that.
So what if we did it just before the
Monday
board
morning?
meeting on Wednesday?
Anyway,
I'm not here.
we don't have,
Oh,
I
okay.
won't be here.
You saying Wednesday morning?
I'm leaving, well,
we don't have a meeting next
You
Wednesday.
can.
we don't have a meeting Wednesday yet, so.
Okay.
But,
Can you do Monday?
I mean,
I can do Monday.
I gotta be in Boston by 1, so,
Monday?
on Wednesday.
I do 9 o'clock Monday.
9 o'clock Monday would probably work. I gotta be up in Dartmouth
Not-
by 2 or something, so.
9 o'clock Monday morning, we meet here to go over there, or what do we do?
Well, it's
I don't know
108
where it is.
Partridgeberry Lane, and
Makes sense to meet there.
Meet at the town hall.
meet up there, right?
Yeah, we'll meet up there.
Yeah, I'll just call
You
in.
know where it is?
No.
Me
I
and
will.
Mark don't know where it is.
No address in the
Afterwards.
thing there. I can send you email about where it is. How's that?
That works. That works.
So 9 o'clock Monday morning?
And you're gonna send an email to all of us, right?
Yes.
Directions.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I just gotta be up there by 2, so I got plenty of time.
So we don't need no administration out
It won't
there,
take us
right?
long.
20 minutes.
Yeah,
Correspondence.
just, we don't want him, he likes to talk.
Okay.
But someone got a meeting immediately after, we can't stay for.
Last public input.
Yep. Last public input, Mikey. Want to throw something at us? You really
Good,
have.
you're good. You got a lot of stuff going there, a lot of stuff.
We don't need anything, an adjournment, right?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?